So we're going to look at the art elements that you're going to be using when you look at the Rangoli art. So here's the list that you're going to be using. It says, tick the box if you can see the following art elements. And here they are. There's lines, color, shape, texture, and pattern. And then in the brackets, cross out the adjectives or describing words which don't apply to the artwork. So, for example, if I were to look for lines, the first line in my list is wavy. So a wavy line is going to have a curve like that. It could be going in any direction. Wavy, swirly lines. The next one is zigzag. So zigzag like a zipper. Again, could be in any direction. Looks like mountain peaks. If there is a straight line, I think we know what a straight line is. Just straight across in any direction. If you can see thick and thin lines, then it could be curved, it could be zigzag, it could be any of those things. And this one is thick, and then this one is thin line. There can be diagonal. So a diagonal is going to go either that way or this way. And then there is vertical, just like in our graphing, we have vertical is up and down lines, and horizontal is side to side. So when you're looking at your art project, for example, the Rangoli art, then I would check the box for lines because there are many lines in Rangoli art. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. And let's say I can see wavy, so I'm going to leave that one. But there are there's zigzags, but there's no straight lines. And there's both thin and thick, diagonal. But let's say there's no vertical lines that I can see up and down, and no horizontal lines that I can see, so side to side. So that's what I would do if that's what was in my Rangoli art. I'm going to have to focus here a little bit. Then you're going to look at color. So we have bright colors, dark colors, cool colors like the blues and greens. And then we have warm colors like the oranges and reds. Earth tones are colors that you see in nature, so greens, browns, beige. And unnatural, well, that might be neon or some unusual colors that we wouldn't see very well. So again, when I look at my Rangoli art, let's say I chose one with the sandy art with the natural colors. So that would be earth tones. So I'm going to cross out unnatural. I would say that they are warm, the earth tones, not cool, and not bright, but dark. Okay? And then we look at the shapes. So geometric shapes, we can see those in nature. We can see those by ones that have been created, such as circles, ovals, squares, rectangles, triangles, hexagon. Um, so if you think of the hex bugs and you think of insects you studied last year, how many legs do the insects have? They have six. So we think a six-sided shape. I would say that in my Rangoli pattern, there's definitely shapes, so I'll check that off. And I would say that they are geometric shapes, so they're made into actual, there's circles, usually ovals. Maybe there's no squares or rectangles, but then I might have some triangles, maybe not my hexagons. So I would cross out the shapes that I can't see. Then I would look at my texture. So um, the texture, if, for example, it's made of sand, then I'm going to click texture and I would say it's not a soft texture. I would call it probably rough and bumpy. So I'm going to cross out all the other ones. Sharp, blunt means that it's kind of jagged, and so I'm going to leave rough and bumpy. That's how I would describe the texture of the Rangoli piece made out of sand. And finally, I look at the pattern. So lots of patterns in here. Um, are there stripes in the Rangoli? Oh, let's see. Grainy for sure. Um, Spotty. I wouldn't say tie-dye. Do you know how it kind of looks in rings coming out? And I would not say marble, um, but definitely grainy, not so much flowery, but oh, actually, it might be flowery. Whoops. So I might go like this. Yes, if I make a mistake like that and I've used pen. Uh, I think there are in the pattern probably some stripes and some crisscrosses, maybe not checked. So, checkers like this. I would say it's not checked. So this is what you're going to be filling out when you're looking at your Rangoli patterns. So you're going to be thinking and looking for these lines. You've got wavy, zigzag, straight, thick, thin, diagonal, vertical, and horizontal. Crossing out all the lines that you can't see. And again, looking at the color, shape, texture, and pattern of the Rangoli piece that you chose.